So, as far as my life partner, there are a couple of synchronicities that will come through. Decisiveness, strong-willed, does not give up or give in easily, has a very distinct control over the egoic desires, has a fierce masculine side and a very soothing feminine side. Alternatively, would be more or less the beast to my beauty, or be that safe vulnerability to where my ego, my beastly nature, my masculine energy can be calmed or soothed or brought down to size, not in a temperamental way, but almost like a peaceful calm, as my feminine would be towards his masculine nature, be one of the things that could halt and have a person think twice about leading with the ego, and vice versa, being that for me as well. Also, I see having a very, very firm belief in something specific, not swaying from certain values. I wouldn't say customs per se, but certain principles and unwritten but known rules in their lifestyle that can bring challenges to the way they interact with others, because they feel so strongly and so proud of what they believe, not to a detriment, but to stand for something very specific. And it could be the institution of family, the strong hold of it, the solid foundation of it, having wise counsel in our elders, or just being someone who can be viewed as a firm, solid individual, a person who is faithful in something other than material gains, but knowing the precipice and the underlying energy of everything. To remain faithful is for love, a love of something, not just someone. Being able to manifest, cultivate socially, um, familially, energetically, in order to bring about peaceful gatherings or resolution between unlike forces, having the ability to find commonality, to network, to bring something out of nothing, using what they have in such a way that it grows and cultivates and replenishes different friendships and family relationships, and keeps things quenched, keeps things new, keeps things afloat. I see celebration, quality time that means something. Time spent is not wasted, it's worth something. Even energetically or emotionally, it has value. Family, maintaining family, being fertile, in generosity, in prayerfulness, mindfulness, hopefulness, healing, plentifulness, just being that person who can assure and astound and create in that manner something that is solid, something that is strong, four walls that won't, blow over, but are actually firm. And they were built on generosity, or built on those same values that they held for as long as they could remember. They've acquired all the proof that the values that they value and the things that they believe are actually what they have to rely on, that they have to get back to, almost having been stripped and been on both sides of the coin, on the receiving end and the giving end, and knowing that they'd much prefer to be on the giving end than to receive from somebody who doesn't value things the way that they do. And that has been a turning point and also a lesson in showing them that standing on their morals and what they cherish is the only way to do it correctly for them in particular, but also for the one that they choose to be with. They have been on the side where they have given and others were ungrateful, or they have been given to and others called them ungrateful, not seeing the real value or the real hopefulness or the real sincerity in what they were hoping to achieve while in that time of lack. It wasn't reinforced when they were on the receiving end of assistance. It wasn't reinforced that their hope and their value and their character was still strong despite what they physically had. It was almost used to diminish their station in life. But it's something that they could never have taken away from them, my life partner. So that's something that was held on to, prayed about, hoped for, restoring the self mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in times when things were intended to break them. And I feel that in the late night hour, 3 a.m., I suppose, or between the hours of 8 and 3 a.m. or 8 and 3, 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. or 8 p.m. to 3 p.m. or so, information coming through, or a realization being met, or another piece to the puzzle being fitted in that allows for almost like a unlocking or a levee opening, a door, almost like when you put a key in a lock, and if you see the mechanics of the lock, you see it click, 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 click. All the mechanisms inside the lock start to unravel and come unintertwined and undone, so that this flow of energy can come through. Something very solid, something very physical having to be situated in particular in order to free the spirit from obstruction, to almost flood like a levee. I did get levee when I was trying to explain it. Like a levee finally being able to be broken once a specific move is made, once a specific piece of information is solidified within the hand, documentation, name on a dotted line, something very tangible, uh, a bid going through, or something very specific being secured prior to the energy being able to release itself, to give this notion of a person recognizing who they are in reference to another. It's like, man, I put this piece in here and now I can see the picture. I can see what the puzzle is intended to be. Now I see this person's face. Now this person's face is fitting in the picture, fitting in the puzzle as a counterpart. Now I can see damn near the whole thing complete, though it may just be this one piece that makes it all make sense. And this person starts to really cultivate the power that they withhold, that they behold, the strength of character, the strength of will, the strength of value, the manifestation power to make something of nothing, to create a house out of dirt, you know what I mean? Just an abode of sorts, man-made, handmade, God-made, in such a way that it's almost like a reminiscing and recognizing what was always seen, what was always there, a realization of, how did I miss this? How did I not see? How did I not know? The clarity, because I see counterparts here of a nature that is logical, it's mental, it's been coming up in my research, neurological. It's as if one thought did not connect to the other, that there was a missing piece, a missing link. And it's being fine-tuned. It's being turned in a manner that lays it out, like the way a person will play a piano from one key all the way to the end. It's a very fluid ascension and descension and ascension, where the pendulum is equal and opposite. And it's like, damn, everything I thought was the opposite of what I've been shown. But now that I've turned my gaze into to see it from another perspective, another point of view, I see exactly what it's supposed to be and what it always had been. I was looking at it through a whole different set of glasses, a whole different lens. And this is where the clarity comes in, and two minds meet, two spirits meet, where they previously had physically met, but energetically and spiritually were on two different accords. There were certain things that the masculine, the man itself, had to rise to, had to transcribe to, had to come into understanding of when it comes to his own capability, that finally makes him able to rest assured that he is who he is and she is who she is. And now there is no question. There's only clarity and faithfulness and values and solid ground. And so it is.